Look at your goofy ass. Look at your goofy ass. You may see a lot of women over the age of 30. They bought their home. You see them on Instagram. They look like they got their shit together, but majority of these women are drowning in debt and they don't got it like that. You see a lot of women over 30 posting on Instagram like they are living that life, but they are drowning in debt. They regret buying their homes. They are in massive student loan debt, debt to their home, debt to their car, and they need help. You're going to see a lot of women like that. I came across a lot of women over 30. I broke my rule last year, fucking with women over 30, which was a dump. Every last one of them in debt and got shit, but had all these high demands, all these post-war women, 30s, living at home with their parents, but they still require a man to have his own shit together. I was fucking a chick who was 34 years old. She lives at her parents' house. Never moved out because she said it's tradition because she's waiting until she's only going to move out when she gets married. 34. Said, I don't fuck guys who live at home with their parents. But she lives at home with her parents. That's some weird shit, man. You're going to come with the way the economy is right now. The economy is fucked right now. A lot of women are drowning in debt. They can barely afford their mortgage. They need help paying bills. You're going to see a lot of women panicking soon. They're already panicking now. They're putting up a front on TikTok and Instagram like they got it all under control, but they are panicking because they're over 30, right? The bills are piling up and they don't got nobody right now. All they got is themselves and they don't got no one to help them pay these bills. They're by themselves. They know that the dating market is tough for a post-war woman. Their girlfriends can lie to them about, girl, you can still find a guy, but they know damn well they're going to have to settle. All their standards they had in their 20s, that shit, they got to cut a couple of things off as they get older. Now, if you're a guy over the age of 30, you're trying to find love, you're trying to settle down with a woman over 30, just know she's going to come with a lot of baggage. She may have kids. She may not be over her ex, and she needs help with her bills. Yeah, she had her fun time in her 20s, prime years as a woman. This ain't fun time right now. This is, I need to pay off this debt time. And if she can give you some coochie for you to help her pay this off, she will do that. But the majority of these women do not got it like that. I'm not impressed if I see a woman in a Mercedes Benz. I'm not impressed if I see a woman in a luxury apartment. There's a lot of women here in New York. They live in luxury apartments. $5,000 in rent for a one-bedroom apartment, luxury apartment. Not knowing that when they make these luxury apartments here in New York, they're using cheap fucking material. I lived in a luxury apartment with my ex. We had a lot of fucking issues at that apartment. We had an indoor washer and dryer. This shit was always breaking and shit. The sink was always fucked up. Like, come on now. But you have a lot of women like that who overspend. They don't spend their money wisely. This happens all the time. And I've seen a couple of women on TikTok talk about this. When they first start, they get their job. They move into a luxury apartment paying $5,000 a month, right? But then these mass layoffs happen out of the blue. Now they got to move out. So if you were making over six figures, right, and you had no money saved up, like that says a lot about you and your spending habits. Majority of these women today don't have good spending habits. They overspend. No wonder, no shit that they want a provider to do so they can save their money and spend their money on dumb shit while you fit the bill. No, she was fucking other dudes for free, but it is what it is. She had her fun. But if you want to take a chance on a post-war woman, a woman over the age of 30, go right ahead, do it. But just know that you're going to be dealing with baggage. I had a guy write on my episode of Midnight Talks with Trey. He said, Trey, you're being too harsh about women over 30. I think it's fucked up because as a man, I got baggage too, and I don't mind dealing with a woman with baggage. Well, nigga, if you got baggage, don't fucking date. Heal. Pay off all your debt. Be in a better position financially before you fucking date. A lot of dumbass dudes make comments like that. Well, I got baggage too. Well, work on your shit. Before you jump in, you over here not even healed from your past relationship. You're jumping into another fucking relationship, not healed, bringing those same problems you had into this new fucking relationship because you are a dumbass and you don't like being fucking alone. You jumped into this new relationship, bringing all these old problems, and boom, she still breaks up with your ass too. Got all this baggage because you don't know how to sit the fuck down. There's a lot of guys out here desperate for love. But let's watch this video. Let's watch this video. This woman is talking about she's 30, broke, and in debt. 30, broke, and in debt. We don't got to say it. We already know it's here. Winter, it's summer, but winter is here. Let's watch this video.
I realized that I have fucked my life up. Even though I always fucked my life up. Everybody told me go to school, go to college, get good grades, get that hefty doctorate degree, get the 6-figure job.
And you know, she's not an ugly woman. Let me know what y'all think in the comments right now. Right now, you got your shit together. You got your shit together. Would you get with her? And if you would get with her, would you mind that she's in debt and she's broke? Would you help her out? Let me know what y'all think. Because if she's 30, not ugly, she ain't ugly. Ain't nobody wiped her up.
Right after, do the residency, then get a 6-figure. You'll be fine. You'll be living life beautifully. I did all that shit, plus some. And then by the time I turned 30, I was in a whole heap of debt. I was still wondering where my money was. All of a sudden, now I have this salary. I can't pinpoint where it was going. Nobody really.
How the fuck can you not pinpoint where your fucking money is going to? Again, these women talk so much shit and brag about, I make way over 6 figures, but they don't know how to manage their money. This is why most of these women are liabilities, because if you know how to manage your fucking money and you try to teach her some shit, she ain't gonna want to listen to you because she's a boss bitch, even though she broke and in debt. Now her money problems, I'm telling you, do not marry these type of women. Please don't, because her debt will become your debt. You're gonna have to help her pay that shit off, and that's not fair to you because that's not your debt. You don't have her degree. You don't work at her job. But again, women like her who need help, this is why women over 30, they put up a front, but this is why women over 30 are trying to rush and get married right now because they need help with their debt. I've said this on all my videos. Women are not looking for love. They are looking for help. And over 30, they're on desperate mode too. They'll start reaching out to all the guys they fucked over, all the guys they overlooked, the nice guys. And if these guys are smart, they won't give any of these women the time of day. She wasted your time in her prime years. Why the fuck would you take her on her decline? That makes no sense, brother.
Talks about how embarrassing that is to make good money but still actually be broke. I can say that I was a little irresponsible. I wasn't stupid, but I just never learned how money truly works. And in part 2, I'm going to tell you exactly how much debt I had by the time I was 30, because honestly, the number still makes me nauseous. I added up every...
Like I told y'all, bro, I was fucking that lawyer chick, that Puerto Rican chick. She owed $300,000 in student loans. She ain't never gonna pay that back. I was like, are you paying on it? She's like, yeah, I'm paying on it now. I'm doing the maximum payments that I can afford. But she said, I really thought Biden was going to forgive the loans. You fucking thought Biden was gonna... Women.
$1 that I owed and I almost threw up. Even though I always fuck my life up. You know what's funny? When you're in debt, you avoid looking at it. You know it's bad, but you just don't know how bad. One day I opened up every account that I had. The personal loan account was SoFi, the TJ Maxx account. Why did I even have that? The Macy's account, Discover, the Amex. Those were the heavy hitters. The credit union that my car loan was through, everything. And I finally looked, I said, God dang. I remember staring at
135 for fucking Macy's, TJ Maxx. The car. And someone said in the comments of my videos, I'm harsh when I say women bring no value to a man's life. This is value to you? This is a fucking liability and a bill that you don't feel like paying. TJ, why would you get a credit card for TJ Maxx? It's already cheap there. I'm sorry because it's insane to me because these women talk so much shit about being a boss chick and behind closed doors, they're in this much fucking debt and they look down on men who got their shit together.
Dad screamed and sang, so this is exactly what you were afraid of. And what's funny is the problem wasn't the debt, the avoidance was. Because you can't fix what you're pretending isn't there. That spreadsheet changed my life. Part 3 is where I tell you the financial lie that kept me stuck for years. Outside of feeling like, damn.
Okay, this ain't a good angle. I thought she was cute on the first video.
Only one out here living life super fucked up.
And even though I always fuck my life up,
nobody told me how lonely paying off.
Okay, that was a bad angle, but she a decent looking chick, but I ain't no pussy that good for you to be paying off a woman's debt. It's not.
That was actually going to be. You're actively doing things to reduce your debt, but at the same time, you're not really talking.
I want to know because on her other video, she has a house too. So I wonder how much she's paying for HOA fees, how much the mortgage is. When you get a house, try your best to get a house, no HOA fees, because they be raising that shit all the time. But I wonder how much her fucking mortgage is too.
Talking about it due to shame and embarrassment. You're working so much so you don't get to see your friends and family as much. Life looks a lot different. A lot of social gathering opportunities you have to skip out on or miss on so you can either make some money or save some money. Not posting about that boring.
And these women are making money by selling coochie. Selling coochie is number one. They are doing this. Seeking arrangements, Raya, they're on all Field too. There's a lot of women on Field saying straight up in their bio, pay for play. And you also have women doing Uber Eats, DoorDash as well for extra money. But you have to do that for a long time throughout the day to make some money from what I've been told.
No one's clapping for you because you picked up another overtime shift. Nobody cares that you skipped the latest trending item. People could honestly care less that you're on your payoff journey at all. The debt payoff journey is boring as hell. But I had to make a choice. Do I care about fun for right now or fun in the long?
Yeah, because you don't care about fun because you had all your fun in your 20s. That's why you racked up all this fucking debt. And you're probably going on trips, having all this fun fucking too. Trips and fun fucking and debt throughout your entire 20s. Yeah, and in your 30s, you have to buckle down to pay off all your fucking debt. No shit, yeah.
Run. Is it cool for you to cry in your mom's basement temporarily so you can cry in your own house later? I think it's worth the trade-off, but hey, this is my dad's story. By the time I was 30.
Oh, so she may live at home with her parents then. Shit, okay. Okay. Wow. But y'all see this shit, right? A lot of women do not got it like that. We already know how it is. So you taking this woman on a date? I'm telling you, if you're out here, you ready to date, ask these important questions. These women want to be in your fucking business. How much do you make? What do you work? Ask her, what is your credit score? Are you in debt? How much do you owe in student loans, credit cards? Ask these important questions. Because a woman with debt, it's just going to be a problem in your fucking life and in your relationship. Cheating, infidelity is not the main cause of divorce. It's finances. So if you marry a woman, I'm telling you need to ask these questions because there's a lot of guys who wrote on Reddit on the marriage post saying that they married a woman not knowing how much debt she was in. What? Why didn't you ask these questions and do your research? Why? Because she sucked your pee-pee? And she made you feel like yeah, that's dumb as fuck. Ain't no pussy that good enough for you to be paying off a woman's fucking debt. Like I told you, my ex had a friend, her sister divorced her husband. He was some white dude who went to law school. He owed a lot of money for law school, but he wasn't making that much money as a lawyer. They say what he was saying is very competitive to get hired at a top law firm. So he was barely making any money and he had loans to pay. So my ex's friend, her sister's dad, their dad, he passed away, but left the girls lots of money. He asked her, can he get help with his student loans? Last thing we heard she divorced him. And she was already with a new guy right after the divorce. So I feel like she was probably planning this shit. She knew she was going to divorce her husband. I'm pretty sure she was seeing that guy she's with now while she was married to that dude. But my thing is this, if he owed so much money in loans, they were married. I'm surprised that's not her debt, because when you get married, you do marry their debt. But I guess maybe they weren't married for too long. I didn't know too much because she wasn't that close to them, but that's what we heard about their situation. And he asked, can she help pay off his student loans? And she divorced him. It's funny, women don't want to deal with a guy with all this debt, but they expect you to settle and deal with their goofy ass when they have debt, which is not fair. And again, I tell you, you need to be selfish and just focus on you, because a lot of these women are struggling. They don't got it like that. But continue to hold the line. Focus on you. Do not be paying these women's bills, all right? I'll holler at y'all. Peace.